In a doomsday scenario, where traditional modes of communication such as the internet and cell phone networks are down, VHF radios and one-time pads can prove to be vital tools for communication. VHF radios, or very high-frequency radios, can transmit signals over long distances and are commonly used by the military and emergency services. One-time pads, on the other hand, are encryption techniques that have been used for centuries to protect sensitive information. Using VHF radios. VHF radios operate in the frequency range of 30 MHz to 300 MHz and are capable of transmitting signals over long distances. They can be used to communicate over a wide area, even if there is no cell phone reception or internet connectivity. VHF radios come in different sizes and types, from handheld walkie-talkies to large base stations. In a doomsday scenario, VHF radios can be used to communicate with other survivors or emergency services. However, it is important to note that VHF radios operate on a shared frequency band, meaning that anyone with a VHF radio can listen in on the conversation. Therefore, it is essential to keep the communication short and precise to avoid giving away any sensitive information. Using one-time pads. One-time pads are a type of encryption technique that involves the use of a random key to encrypt and decrypt messages. The key is generated only once and is never used again, making it impossible for anyone to decipher the message without the key. To use one-time pads for communication, both the sender and the receiver need to have a copy of the same key. The key can be printed on a piece of paper or stored digitally on a device that is kept secure. The message is then encrypted using the key, and the encrypted message is sent via VHF radio. One of the advantages of using one-time pads is that they are unbreakable, as long as the key is kept secret. Even if someone intercepts the encrypted message, they will not be able to decipher it without the key. However, it is important to note that one-time pads are only secure if the key is truly random and kept secure. Combining VHF radios and one-time pads. When combined, VHF radios and one-time pads can provide a secure means of communication in a doomsday scenario. By using VHF radios, survivors can communicate over long distances without relying on traditional modes of communication. By using one-time pads, the messages can be encrypted to prevent anyone from intercepting and deciphering the messages. However, it is important to note that using VHF radios and one-time pads requires a certain level of expertise and preparation. Both the sender and receiver must have a copy of the same key, and the key must be kept secure at all times. Additionally, the communication must be kept short and precise to avoid giving away any sensitive information. In conclusion, in a doomsday scenario, where traditional modes of communication are down, VHF radios and one-time pads can provide a secure means of communication. By combining these two tools, survivors can communicate over long distances without worrying about interception or decryption of messages. However, it is essential to be prepared and have the necessary expertise to use these tools effectively.